Hunting has taken us to some remote parts of the world. In this case, we're in the Panjab River, which marks the border between Tajikistan and Afghanistan.
We keep climbing up, climbing up, climbing up.
What we expected to be a fun ibex hunt turned out to be the most physically demanding ibex hunt we have ever experienced, forcing us to give everything that we had and a little more. We tested the rifles. The rifle is shooting great. We are here at a military training camp, so it's pretty good. They have all the training courses and the targets. And as we were shooting, also a Buhara Markhor came out, which is the first time I see them, and they are pretty amazing animals. And yeah, we should be ready for tomorrow. We have loaded 3 donkeys and we are making our way up. We're gonna be fly camping at the top. The weather has been extremely nice for this time of the year because we're in December and there's no snow, warm temperatures. So we're gonna hike all the way up, sleep for as long as we need to, and hopefully we'll find some ibex at the top. Long day ahead. I'm actually really not glassing, I brought out the sporting scope to look like I had seen something, but I'm just trying to rest a little bit longer. We just spotted the first 2 ibex from the trip, and they couldn't be any higher. They're literally on the skyline of the highest peak, 2 kilometers away. I spotted a group of three ibex, and there's one billy bedded down that looks pretty good actually. I don't think it's something that we want to take today, but it's warm. It's nice because it's not as high as the other one, so we're getting closer. We spotted a group of 3 or 4 billies on this cliff. One of them looks pretty nice, but we didn't have enough time to properly judge it, so we're gonna stay put. The terrain is beautiful, but it's super broken, so it's very easy to lose the animal, so we're gonna have to be quick. We have decided to pass on this one. It's around a 9-10-year-old billy. Beautiful billy. They are on the winter coat and must be one of the most beautiful animals in the world. Like, it was on the skyline checking the whole valley. Really nice sighting, but we're gonna keep moving, keep exploring, and keep covering country. Will we regret this decision? Da-da-da. sweet home. Finally made it after 7 hours hiking. Every single step uphill, over 1,300 meters, or almost 4,000 feet of positive elevation. We finally made it, and I have the feeling that the groups of Billys are gonna be on the snow because it's really, really warm for this time of the year. So yeah, let's get the camp ready, and I think we deserve eating something. Let's go check the camp. Let's see all the luxuries that we have in camp. So this will be the parking area for the vehicles. They park here. We come over here. This is the gate. So this is the train in Tajikistan. No walls, no windows, so you can enjoy the view. Like open space. It's all about the space. So yeah. That's it. A little bit of the roof here for the shade. And I guess that's about it. Nothing else to show, guys. What temperature do you guys think you need to boil the water to kill all the bacteria and life that this spot has? I think you put water and it has already taste. And we have a major problem because these guys, they didn't brought gas. So in the country that in Asia they are eating chai every 10 minutes. So I assume, and I didn't even ask, that they were bringing gas to boil water. But they didn't brought gas, so we only depend on forest, on wood. And thank God there is so much wood around, you see? So many trees. I think we're in trouble. The good thing about this time of the year is that we have 15 hours or 16 hours to sleep, so it's gonna be even too long. But yeah. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. It's 4 in the morning today. Super early wake up call. I don't know why we're going so early, but I think we want to move in the dark to get close to the ibex. We're gonna get something in the body, which we'll probably not eat in the whole day. We have been hiking completely in the dark for an hour and a half. Now we have reached to around 600 meters of where we saw the Billys to bed down, and we are gonna wait now for the sun to come out to try to relocate them to put the final stop. We just spotted a beauty. Got me excited. I think it's a really nice Billy. It's walking kind of fast, but we're gonna go straight up to try to see if we can cut him off like this. Imagine how cold it is that the local guide is.
This is the rut time. It's a kind of late during the rut, so it's early December. So the billies are still looking for those females, so they are covering a lot of country. Still 900 meters away. We're gonna wait to see what they do because they are right now on the move. We need to climb another 600 positive at least. On days like this, you guys won't imagine how happy I am to be carrying a Bergara 6.5 PRC. We have reached to the billy. It's around 500 meters from us. But I think it's a nice mature billy. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not super stoked. I think we are better waiting off. But it's hard because we have made a huge effort to make it over here. So it's not easy just to warm this year for whatever reason. Finally made it to the altitude where the billy is. We have it at 400 meters and we have decided to pass. And typically if you decide to pass an animal, you need to stick to that, because the more you look the animal, the more you try to pick the details. No, it's a little bit thick, looks like it has some aids. You end up shooting the animal and typically you end up regretting. It's true that the opposite can happen and we may never see a billy like this the whole trip, so we may regret it. So I wonder, what do you guys would do in this situation? Would you take that billy? Yes or no? Light here in the summit. At least today we made a summit. We cannot climb any higher. This is the other body. The view is breathtaking, but the camp is 10 kilometers downhill, straight downhill. And tomorrow the same time come back up here.
Really long day today, and tomorrow more of the same.
Today we're gonna be hunting these cliffs, so we are waiting for the sun to come up to try to check them before we get inside them, because the terrain is so steep that when you get inside it, you cannot see because it's just too steep. So we are on the other side of the face, trying to glass, and then we will go up. really good ibex country. Very steep, very broken, so either it's gonna be like 2 kilometers away or it's gonna be like 100 meters. We already spotted a young Billy, and yeah, now trying to figure out where the big ones are. But with this heat, there is so many gaps and holes that the ibex can be anywhere, so we really need to be patient.
Distancias Kolkata.
Very fast. It's not a Spanish jamón, but will do. Giant Billy, an absolute giant. Peek over the horizon. We're gonna wait to see if he gets closer because it's too far. So that Billy was an absolute giant, 600 meters, but yeah, I decided not to take the shot. I don't like to take long shots. I think that we need to try to get close to the animals where they can really feel you. So if we were not able to trick the animal into closer, he deserves to grow another year, but hopefully we get to find it because it's a once in a lifetime Billy. I'm a little heartbroken that the animal was a bit too far for me. Would love to know, would you have taken that shot or not? 600 meters, no wind. Let's go. Vamos para allá. We have seen the nanny mama. Let's go. He's saying that that Billy was small, which I think it was big, but I don't know. He didn't want me to shoot. So maybe the big one is inside there. I had a shot, but it was on the skyline, so I didn't want to take the risk. And the guide started saying that it was Malinki, which means small, which I think was a shooter still, but we're getting closer. Not easy here. I'm a dead man, estoy muerto, tío. No puedo más. Venga, va. More rhythm, more football. Speed. So we have have a nice Billy 300 meters away. He's bedded down. So we are waiting for him to stand up, but we are running out of light. But it's a great opportunity. I think we really need to take it.
¿Le pegó?
Kaput.
Atento, ¿eh?
Kaput.
¿Bien?
Da, kaput.
Good. Venga, vamos.
Da.
Aquí, ¿no?
Da.
Estoy aquí temblando, macho. Feeling super blessed right now. We have been working so hard for 3 days. I mean, the amount of elevation gain that we have done during these 3 days, all on foot. I'm super happy. It's not the biggest Billy that we have seen, but when God gives you a good opportunity, and it was a perfect opportunity, great shooting distance, 300 meters, great rest, broadside, not a skyline, so like perfect opportunity to take. So you sometimes you don't have to be mega ambitious and pass on a really good opportunity, and I decided to take it, and I think according to these guys I made a good shot, but Roberto, tío.
Al final se ha levantado.
Oh, it took 2 hours to stand up. Stretch. Okay. Really sure about the shot. Might be a bit high. So we drop the pack and we're gonna run before we run out of light. I think the shot is a bit high, so I'm not sure if we made a good shot or maybe just that in between some rocks in any pocket the terrain is so broken that it's very hard to move. And we are running out of light, so right now I'm physically and emotionally destroyed. We had to climb so high now. And we have to go down to come back tomorrow to look for it. I screw up again. Once again, Pedro screws up.
Tomorrow, you don't worry, tomorrow we will find your trophies.
I don't want to climb up here again. We are 1,000 positive goals. We're gonna come tomorrow to check because it's too scary to look for it in the dark, but I don't know, we feel positive about being a mortal shot. I wanna cry. No quiero subir. What a freaking nightmare to come down. We have lowered the whole elevation of today, 4,000 feet, straight down. My upper legs are like... And we still have a couple of hours left to come.
Ayak tatlı da güzel. Çok Hani?
Good morning.
All good. This is like titanium right now. Like my legs. Today is the last day of the hunt. We're gonna head back. As always, our legs are destroyed, but we need to keep pushing. So let's wrap up camp and start heading up. And a half of straight up climbing. We finally made it almost to where I shot yesterday. You can see a bunch of grouse around, vulture. So that's goodbye. It's probably dead in one of those pockets. I think yesterday we just went too high. Yeah. We have made it to the place where we shot yesterday. And we have decided to split because yesterday it was a mess to try to figure out where we shot the animal. So I'm gonna be in the shooting position, try to point where exactly we shot the animal, and two of the guides have gone up there to try to get to the place we shot. Probably is dead in one of those pockets, but it's very important to figure out which one exactly. Found it. Let's go. That's it, right? Can't believe we are finally with the Billy. It's probably one of the animals that I have worked the hardest in terms of elevation gain. We have climbed so hard for 4 days, so it's great to finally have this. In terms of trophy, it's not the longest one, but it's a mature old Billy. It's 8 years and a half, turning 9, and I think it's super important to reflect and understand and value where we are right now and the views. Like, we are on top of the world. In Tajikistan, we can see Afghanistan on the other side of the valley with a beautiful old Billy and with friends, so can't think of a better place to be. We are super blessed. Butardol espikilin, dikelando de sorda de jabalirudon. Butardol smoking. Good. We're starting to clean it and check the amount of hair. And this, from the hair, these little puffy little ones, this is what really isolates them and creates an air chamber. And I cannot imagine, if we have been cold and the weather has been amazing, what this can be during the winter or during a night here up here. So they really need good skin. It is interesting to think that in most of these mountains, the populations of markhorn ibex was extremely low. However, thanks to the conservation model through sustainable hunting, numbers have increased significantly, allowing people like us to experience something unique in those mountains that we will surely never forget. After a successful first part of the trip, it was time to lower elevation and look for some giant wild boars. So stay tuned, our adventure in Tajikistan isn't over yet. When you get home, you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
YouTube?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay?
Okay.
And you guys, you better subscribe too.
Okay.
Good? And that's all. Enjoy. Now when we will get wet.
Arigato.